sing. Everybody swimming in sunshine, everybody feeling fine. Everybody join the front line, ain't nobody left behind. Everybody swimming in sunshine, everybody feeling fine. Everybody join the front line, ain't nobody left behind. Everybody swimming.
Taking the good with the ups and downs. I wanna see how the world turns round. Let's go adventure in the deep blue sea. Home is with you wherever that may be. Home is with you wherever that may be.
Now that we've arrived here, I would not change a thing. Knew that we'd survive here and all the goodness we would bring. Of this I sing. Everybody swimming in sunshine, everybody feeling fine. Everybody join the front line, ain't nobody left behind. Everybody swimming in sunshine, everybody feeling fine. Everybody join the front line, ain't nobody left behind. Everybody swimming.
adventure in the deep blue sea. Home is with you wherever that may be. Home is with you wherever that may be.
Now that we've arrived here, I would not change a thing. Knew that we'd survive here and all the goodness we would bring. Of this I sing. Everybody swimming in sunshine, everybody feeling fine. Everybody join the front line, ain't nobody left behind. Everybody swimming in sunshine, everybody feeling fine. Everybody join the front line, ain't nobody left behind. Everybody swimming.
Taking the good with the ups and downs. I wanna see how the world turns.
Okay, good morning councillors, good morning staff and members. Firstly, I'd just like to open this special meeting and who's present, but firstly, acknowledgement to country. I would like to begin by acknowledging our traditional custodians of the land in which we meet today, the Darumbal people, and pay my respects to their elders past, present and emerging. I extend that respect to our neighbouring Aboriginal peoples within the local government area, the Gangaloo Nation people, the Barada, Capybara and Yetamoralas people. And I also acknowledge that the Torres Strait Islander people whose land in the Torres Straits but who live and work in Aboriginal land. That is a tongue twister, but I will get to the bottom of it. But again, just that acknowledgement there to country. Moving on to item 4, declarations of interest in matters on the agenda, councillors. We do have declarable interests. Councillor Latcham, would you like to explain that?
Thanks, Mr Mayor. Yeah, we'll have a perceived conflict of interest, I think. Inform the meeting that I have a declarable conflict of interest as a result of to receive hospitality from Beef Australia. Date of the gift is from 2nd to 8th of May 2020, and the value of the gift will be greater than $500, as such should be declared. I wish to participate. Oh, no. No.
Is there for you?
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, participate or leave the meeting, that's your options.
Yeah, I wish to leave the meeting.
Okay. For those reasons,
that
okay.
one.
Thank you. Yep. Okay.
As a result of my conflict of interest, I will now leave the meeting room while the matter is considered and voted on.
Okay, thank you. So that's to the councillor meeting room, the best location for that. Yep. Now, councillors with okay, now the other councillors with conflicts of interest.
You, under that stuff, Mayor, under the 500 isn't a gift, so it's not technically a conflict.
Doesn't need to be conflict.
No, it doesn't need to be recorded.
Okay then, righto, councillor, we'll move on to the agenda item. Sorry, 5.1, lifting matters off the table. The following item is that will be lifted off the table and dealt with accordingly. The Beef 2021 Showgrounds curfew, moved Councillor Smith, seconded Councillor Kirkland. I'll put that to the table. Those in favour? Against?
sorry,
Carried?
yes.
Question, Councillor Rutherford?
No, sorry.
Okay, that matter's now lifted, so we'll move on to item 5.2. 6.1, the Beef 2001 Showgrounds curfew. The officer's recommendation presented. And John, would you like to speak to that recommendation, please? Hopefully we can hear you today. No, we still got that. We still can't catch that audio. Evan.
Can you see his facial expression?
Yes.
I'm watching John. No, don't worry about driving. No, probably
I'll ask Evan to speak to it. Thanks, John.
So, councillors, I think it's pretty well self-explanatory, the extension through the report. So, probably best if there's any questions, and we'll try and do some sign language to John.
Okay. Councillor Rutherford, question?
Mr Mayor, I was just wondering whether we can have a point in there that talks about security. I'm assuming that Beef will have security on site most of the time, but that security looks at orderly departure from these events. So I'm happy to support the curfews, but that their security is looking at the orderly departure of patrons from those events.
Yep. We're using back to the old smoke signals with John.
No issue, there is no issues, Councillor Rutherford, by putting that extra document.
No.
That we.
I think as far as the leaving the venue, how far does that extend? But I mean, if it's leaving the venue, then it's probably something that they'd monitor anyway to make sure that there was no alcohol or anything that was being leaving the venue. So I'm sure that'd be covered off on that. And I'm sure after our workshop this morning, you may be able to raise that with the event organisers as well in those discussions
Yeah.
with them.
And as I said, Mr Mayor, I'm assuming security will be there, so it's just a matter of making sure, you know, if there's people waiting for taxis and the like.
They're all just reminded
it's-
yeah, it's still late in the evening, but that's it. Okay, councillors, separate dot point, and that one be covered off there. So that's that the council requests Beef Australia provide adequate security for patrons leaving the venue post-event or events. Yep.
Just a comment, that could sound like we're just looking after the people leaving the event. Should we put on it to minimise disruption to surrounding residents?
Oh, look, I wouldn't. Again, how far do you stop and start with that? I think it's just that it's covered off as part of their role, and I'm sure that's done anyway. But yeah, but it's just something there that we can highlight anyway. That's part of the event structure. Councillor Wickerson.
Thanks, Mr Chair. Happy to second that when it comes up. But I understand that community engagement's already gone out for the first stage, but it was raised that there's more to come. And I couldn't pull up the letter, but I thought it only mentioned one night of curfew in that letter. So that's technically incorrect now. I'm just wondering whether we can't communicate back to the board that the next letter that goes out needs to fully disclose the impact.
These events, yep.
Yep.
If they're going later. John, did you hear that?
Yes, through the chair, we picked that up in the draft of the communication, and I've given that feedback that needs to be included.
Yep, good point. Okay, councillors, if there's no further questions to the officer's recommendations on that curfew, I'll seek a mover and a seconder. Move Councillor Smith, seconded Councillor Wickerson. No further discussions. I'll put that. Those in favour? Against? Carried. Thanks very much, councillors. Moving on, any other items? Only item, so I'll close the meeting and we'll move on and resume our workshop. So thanks very much.
Let's go adventure in the deep blue sea. Home is with you wherever that may be. Home is with you wherever that may be.